London, 1811. The morning light spilled softly across the marble halls of Hartwell Manor, gilding every surface in gold. Yet no amount of light could reach the darkness creeping into Lady Isabella Hartwell's heart. She stood before her mirror, veiled in lace and innocence, a vision of purity destined for a marriage built not on love, but on arrangement. Her father's voice still echoed through the corridors. Duty before desire, my dear. Always. To society, she was the image of perfection, beautiful, composed, the bride every family envied. But within her chest, her heartbeat trembled with dread. Lord Nathaniel Ravenswood, the man she would soon call husband, was handsome, refined, and unreadable. Behind his courteous smile lay something colder than the marble beneath her feet, something she could not name, but could already feel. As the wedding bells tolled across the estate, Isabella swallowed her fear and stepped into a destiny not of her choosing. And that night, beneath the glow of candlelight and the silence of expectation, her dream of a gentle husband shattered into something far darker. From that moment, Lady Isabella Hartwell would never again mistake silence for peace. If you love period stories filled with emotion, secrets, and impossible love, subscribe to Velvet Tales and live every chapter as if it were your own destiny. The air crackled with anticipation as the congregation filled the grand chapel, a sea of exquisite gowns and tailored coats, all adorned for the nuptials. The altar loomed before Isabella, an imposing structure decorated with delicate white blooms, yet it felt less a site of celebration and more a stage for her entrapment. Clad in lace and satin, she stood poised as Lord Nathaniel awaited her with a confident smile, his presence a contradiction, a mixture of allure and intimidation. They exchanged vows within the walls that echoed the hushed whispers of guests, every word heavy with the weight of expectation. Isabella's heart wrestled between dreams and reality. Could her love for Nathaniel blossom, or was this destined to become a hollow performance? The clamour of a joyful crowd shouted in jubilant approval, yet the beauty of the ritual felt overshadowed by the truth that this union was birthed from obligation rather than passion, leaving her to wonder if she would ever feel the warmth of a gentle embrace. As night cloaked the estate in darkness, the lavish festivities swirled around them, as though they were trapped behind a glass wall, insular and cold. In the intimacy of the bridal chamber, adorned with silks and shadows, Isabella found herself face to face with Nathaniel for the first time as his bride. His gaze, still brimming with excitement, pointedly contrasted with the tumult in her heart. The weight of their union had shifted from enchanting tender hope to trepidation and isolation, as if the room had closed in on her. Her dreams of romance faded, leaving only the ghost of fear. In the dim light, Isabella's breath caught in her throat. The distance between them felt insurmountable, and the anxiety of approaching their wedding night settled over her like a chilling fog. Instead of a gentle touch, the silence between them thrummed with unspoken words and expectations, compelling her to retreat further into herself, doubting the warmth of affection that she so desperately craved. The opulence of the evening masquerade heightened the charade that enveloped Isabella. The ballroom, adorned in lavish fabric and laughter, thrummed with energy and coy glances. Guests waltzed beneath a sky of twinkling chandeliers, draped in whispers of scandal and speculation. As Lady Agatha, Isabella's cousin, flitted through the crowd perusing potential suitors, her words bitten with jealousy and cunning, Isabella, donning a mask that obscured her true self, observed the festivity while the facade of gaiety dulled her senses. Surrounded by laughter that echoed through the chamber, cries of delight belied the whispers that threatened to engulf her. Was this the life she envisioned? Behind the smiles and shimmering gowns lay rumors that pierced like arrows. The darkness of heartbreak mingled with the sweet sound of music, each note reverberating with betrayal. In this critical moment, Isabella confronted the hollowness within the merriment, recognizing how swiftly illusion could eclipse truth and how precarious her newfound identity felt when cloaked in societal masks. The letter arrived under a velvet cloak of night, its scent of musky ink and parchment wrapping around Isabella like a long-lost friend and a ghostly reminder of her past. It bore the crest of her childhood acquaintance, raising emotions that threatened to unravel her composure. As she gathered her courage, every word inscribed within the letter screamed of unspoken fears and buried secrets that slumbered in the dark corners of her heart. The poignant memories of an early companionship ignited longing and doubt, stirring emotions that had long since been silenced by the clamor of obligation. Isabella cradled it close, heart burning, as she grappled with feelings of inadequacy and the haunting presence of her dreams displaced by a contract of duty. What was once a tender relationship morphed into a harbinger of regret, urging her to confront her own history as the uninvited spectres came forth in vivid clarity. She was not merely a pawn in a game. She had desires and pasts that beckoned for resolution, a desperate plea for truth in a world ruled by constraints. In the heart of the sprawling estate gardens, beneath a canopy of stars that glimmered like 1,000 watching eyes, Nathaniel found Isabella in her refuge of tranquility. Amidst the whispering leaves and the fragrance of blooming night jasmine, they exchanged hesitant glances, their conversation turning to the secrets that lingered in their hearts. Vulnerability filled the silence, each word suspended in the night air, a fragile bond emerging from the remnants of their wedding woes. As Nathaniel admitted to fears of inadequacy, the warmth of honesty tinged their confessions, wrapping them in a cocoon of newfound intimacy. In this moment of raw sincerity, the coolness of formality gave way to the warmth of connection. Isabella dared to reveal her own experiences, painting her past in hues of longing and sorrow. As they spoke, the vulnerability became a bridge, and for the first time the possibility of love flickered like a candle flame in the night, merging their fractured hopes into a single thread of light that they could both grasp. Days drifted like leaves in autumn, and the burgeoning connection between Isabella and Nathaniel deepened as they stole moments away from the prying eyes of the ton. Riding through sun-dappled meadows, their laughter intertwined, weaving a delicate tapestry of trust and friendship. In the quiet rustle of the countryside, they discovered shared solace amidst the rigors of their lives. Music floated between them. Whispers of unacknowledged affection echoed beneath the boughs of willow trees. Isabella felt the tendrils of fear slowly unfurl, learning to trust in this gentle bond that promised more than mere obligation. Amidst nature's caress, conversations turned to dreams, hopes unfurling under the warmth of shared glances and burgeoning feelings. The faint hint of blossoms peeking through a thawing landscape mirrored their emerging love story. It was in these unguarded moments that Isabella found a flicker of confidence amid the shadows of her wedding night, nurturing the belief that gentleness could indeed carve a path through awakened desire. However, as the seasons shifted, so did fortunes. Whispers of discontent and scandal rippled through society like a herald of impending doom. Lord Henry Astor, Nathaniel's friend turned rival, arrived with a bravado that unsettled the delicate equilibrium of their newly forged bond. Curiosity morphed into jealousy as the socialite ignited tensions at gatherings, casting doubt on the purity of Isabella and Nathaniel's relationship. One evening at a lavish estate, the atmosphere thickened with unspoken animosities, and the air quivered with anticipation. Henry's slights and taunts drew gallant laughter, turning the gentle facade of honor into a battleground. Nathaniel, caught between loyalty and jealousy, sensed the darkness creeping into their hearts as Edwin's shadow loomed over them, escalating the uncomfortableness. Isabella felt her heart race. The joy they had nurtured now battled against the tides of societal expectations, burdening her with the weight of fear. Would love endure as they rallied against this rising storm? The night of the grand ball surged with a sense of dread. Enmity simmered in the corners as guests indulged in the remnants of their masks, laughing and dancing while cloaked in deception. Isabella, a precious jewel among the glitterati, felt herself spinning out of control, caught in a web of golden threads spun by fate and resentment. Yet before the night unfurled, Henry's insidious revelations struck like lightning, exposing secrets that shattered the fragile illusions Isabella clung to during the recent days. Words of Nathaniel's past mistakes circulated in poison-laced whispers, threatening to rip apart the fabric of trust they had woven together. As Nathaniel defended himself against detectives among the elite, Isabella found herself drawn between loyalty and heartbreak, yet doubt transformed into a raging fire that ignited her emotions. The ballroom, once a haven for love, devolved into a tempest of animosity as she witnessed the man she had begun to admire forced to battle accusations both inside and outside of his heart. In the secluded corner of the ornate garden, clouds marched across the sky, casting shadows upon the faces of those tangled in emotional chaos. Once, bright laughter faded, leaving several figures standing solemnly beneath the twisting branches of ancient trees. Nathaniel confronted Isabella, his eyes heavy with unshed truths as he braced himself for her inevitable questions. Her heart raced, caught between lingering affection and the need for clarity. Isabella sought out the truth that lay buried beneath layers of misunderstanding. With a quiver in her voice, she dared to voice the doubts that had sprung forth, holding back the tears that threatened to spill. To her surprise, Nathaniel, stripped of bravado, revealed the haunting spectre of his past that haunted his heart, a past that related heartbreak and shame in a world where perception held tighter than affection. Together, they peeled back the layers of misunderstanding, demonstrating that love requires both honesty and vulnerability to forward. The crescendo of emotions unfurled, ultimately transcending fear and revealing the importance of trust, forged in the fires of trials. The air settled into a quiet familiarity, thickened by the weight of unspoken understanding. The silence, filled with the comfort of each other's presence, heralded a new dawn in their relationship. As the garden remained bathed in moonlight, Isabella marveled at how far they had journeyed together, through anguish, jealousy, misunderstandings that had once threatened to divide them. This was a metamorphosis, moments of clarity blooming like the very flowers around them, their relationship mended by threads of shared resilience. With hearts now laid bare, she took Nathaniel's hand, feeling the warmth of his trust beneath her fingers, igniting hope that had waned. They stood together beneath the canopy of stars, acknowledging the fragility of love, yet resolute to nurture it to bloom into something beautiful and enduring. The night whispered of new beginnings, stressing that love, fortified by honesty, could withstand any storm, no matter how fierce. As spring dawned upon the Hartwell estate, an air of rejuvenation swept through the gardens, weaving through the blossoms that painted the landscape with hues of hope. Isabella and Nathaniel engaged in open conversations, weaving threads of understanding into the fabric of their relationship. With a newfound perspective on love and acceptance, they embarked on shared adventures, long rides across the countryside, afternoons spent in quiet reflection beneath the grand oaks of the estate. Each moment crafted layers of healing, Isabella's heart soothed by Nathaniel's tender gaze. The burdens of their pasts began to fade, replaced by laughter and moments of whimsical romance that flourished in the sanctuary of nature's embrace. As they spoke dreams into existence, their spirits soared, entwining in an intricate dance, resonating with visions of a shared future, one that defied the constraints of tradition and embraced the beauty of their unique bond. Together they discovered that love, much like a garden, blooms with patience and understanding, yielding forth the sweetest of fruits. Isabella wandered into the grand library of Hartwell, a haven filled with the scent of leather-bound tomes and the spirit of enlightenment. It became a world of aspirations, where conversation flowed as freely as ink upon parchment, spurring dreams of the life they could cultivate together. With every carefully chosen word, Isabella painted visions not only of her desires, but of the mutual ambitions they shared, envisioning a union that flourished from love instead of obligation. The paths to intertwine, both exploring their passions while nurturing one another's growth. Nathaniel listened intently. The earnestness in her voice invigorated his spirit, revealing a deep-seated ambition for themselves that transcended the norms of the ton. So within the walls of that library, amidst the dusty shelves filled with wisdom and tales of old, they found strength in vulnerability, a silent promise that their journey would be shaped by love, assurance, and collaboration, each page a testament to the love they dared to build. However, not all shadows receded. Troubling rumors continued to slink through the streets of society, festering beneath the elegance displayed during grand balls and soirees. Agatha, embittered by heartbreak and jealousy, emerged as a storm cloud over Isabella's burgeoning happiness. Her attempts to ensnare Nathaniel back into her web threatened the blossoming trust that the couple had nurtured. But Isabella, fortified by her growth and understanding, confronted Agatha one fateful afternoon in the garden, draped in the blooming satins of spring. Voices creaked under tension, words exchanged like harsh winds, battling against the tender leaves. In that moment of bravery, Isabella articulated a new strength, refusing to be victim to the jealous machinations orchestrated by family rivalry. The truth had become a blade in her hand. She would protect the love they built, fueled by honesty and companionship, pushing back against the shadows, meant to conquer what they had grown. The grand affair of the season unfolded amidst the glow of candlelight, with lordly guests ornamenting the ballroom like jewels beneath a crown. Isabella and Nathaniel, donning their masks of composure, prepared to face the scrutiny of society and the looming presence of deception. Yet within the whirlwind of revelry, Agatha seized her moment of vengeance, strategically planting seeds of doubt among attendees with whispers that spoke of fidelity and virtue. With every fabricated story muttering in the air, the tension escalated into a palpable storm, threatening to drown the burgeoning romance Isabella feared she had fought so hard to defend. As the night wore on, the very foundation of trust wavered with each half-hearted gesture exchanged where once love flourished openly. The ballroom, draped in conviviality, became a battleground of muddled loyalties, trapping them in a cycle of hurt and speculation. It was on the precipice of this chaotic moment that their truth and bond would be tested, demanding clarity forged in the fires of emotional trials. Outside, the night swirled ominously with whispers growing heavier, cloaking Isabella in a haze of confusion. It pressed upon her heart, now encased in uncertainty. What was meant to be a night of celebration devolved into shadows, and the once gentle laughter echoed with a different intention. As the clock struck midnight, Isabella found sanctuary from the chaos in a lonely corner of the garden. Hidden beneath the cover of ancient oaks, she breathed in the cool night air, attempting to quiet the tumult raging within her. It was under these branches that Nathaniel found her, concern etched across his brow. The division between them had wrought pain and mirthless laughter. In the stillness, they confronted the churning emotions that plagued them, hearts beating with the rhythm of truth, no longer afraid to peel back the layers of misunderstanding. But in this vulnerable state revealed, doubts began to gnaw. Would love withstand the fierce tests of their fractured reality? The connection between Isabella and Nathaniel remained unyieldingly fragile, the world around them swirling with relentless dismay. Awash in confusion, they sought refuge through arduous conversations that prodded at the roots of their affection, cradling the nuanced contours of their hearts that had been stretched thin. Stepping closer to one another, shared vulnerabilities became the narrative, bridging gaps imposed by family and insecurities. As moonlight illuminated the garden, the barriers disintegrated, replaced by fervent whispers of commitment that carried the sweet scent of night flowers, infusing their communication with clarity. Amidst the delicate petals, they discovered a fidelity rooted not in obligation, but in something deeper, the understanding that love flourished amid despair, bruising, and uncertainty. The intimacy nestled within their words dared them to accept that love's beauty lay not just within the idyllic moments, but also in the fragility of humanity as they journeyed together toward hope, hand in hand, amid the turbulent night. With dawn encroaching upon the horizon, the harsh light of day revealed the shadows of doubt that loomed behind. Yet within this cycle of fears and regret, both Isabella and Nathaniel felt an illuminating truth begin to emerge. Their journey revealed that real love did not seek to escape discomfort, but embraced it, allowing growth through the pain. The omnipresent challenge posed by Agatha's jealousy did not force them apart. Rather, it forged a powerful alliance, transforming the way they confronted obstacles. Together, united by intention, they mingled dreams of the future beneath the vibrant blooms, imagining a life where their love outweighed pettiness, where their voices resonated in harmony rather than conflict. Standing in the garden adorned with awakening blooms, they committed to one another, a promise born of trust, flexibility, and compassion reinforcing their affection. As the buds of potential unfurled, they understood one pivotal truth: no battle against darkness can eclipse the light found in the arms of love. Their newfound resolve resonated across the Hartwell estate, merging with the healing embrace of spring. Walls built of doubt began to crumble, replaced by foundations of understanding. As Isabella and Nathaniel stepped into the sunlight of aid and collective healing, they turned their encounter with the darkness into an opportunity for renewal, vowing to never lose sight of the tenderness that had tethered their hearts. With Agatha's antagonism quelled by their unwavering commitment, the couple emerged from the turbulence forged in the fires of trials, prompting renewed friendships and connections that softened the edges of resentment. The trials they had endured, sealed in shared fortitude, became part of their love story, endearing the narrative as they built an unwavering resolve together. Their hearts, like blooming flowers in the expansive garden, now shone with color and life, ready to greet the world and the trials it presented, hand in hand, ready to become the heart of a new chapter that had yet to be written. As the sun dipped low, casting golden tones across the Hartwell estate, guests arrived for a gathering to celebrate not just a union, but the triumph over adversity. Laughter and songs filled the air, echoes of joy swirling around Isabella and Nathaniel as they took their place in the heart of the ballroom, a living testament to their hard-earned love. With family and friends encircling them, they danced amidst a tapestry of happiness, the music of the evening resonating in rhythm to the pulse of their hearts. As their newlyweds, standing before both the familiar and the curious, they took in this moment, the aggregation of their trials blooming into something profound and strong, an unshakable bond. With every twirl and laughter resonating through the chamber, love unfurled its wings, eager to embrace the world that once threatened to cage them. In that moment, they understood the true power of love, its ability to heal, unite, and motivate, allowing them to flourish amidst life's unpredictable storms. As the festivities continued, warm sunlight spilled into the garden, illuminating newly bloomed flowers as if to herald fresh beginnings. By dusk, with Nathaniel's fingers intertwined with hers, Isabella realized that love could not only conquer, but could also redeem. They embraced the bittersweet moments that carved them into who they had become, appreciating each stumble toward trust as part of the greater journey of self-discovery. Every exchanged glance and playful jest became a reminder that they were not simply married by societal duty, but united by a deeper understanding that transcended such constraints. The community that rose around them became a nurturing force, surrounding them with compassion and encouragement, allowing paths to intertwine for the sake of love and healing. In Isabella's heart, hope danced vibrantly for the future, infused with the realization that they were free to grow as individuals while reveling in the strengths they'd cultivated together. The seeds of destiny lay deep in the soil of their dreams, nurturing vibrant blooms in the garden of their lives. In the days that followed, as the laughter of the gathering faded into memories, Isabella found joy in the simple moments of her life, a world unfurling in hues of gentle contentment. One afternoon, on a sunlit terrace, she welcomed the company of Clara, whose steadfast friendship served as a beacon of support through trials. Their laughter mingled with the melodies of nature, and with hearts lifted, they discussed the lessons learned amid tumult, realities that shaped their narratives and mended broken pieces. Clara expressed her joy at the couple's triumphs, her eyes gleaming with warmth as they reveled in newfound resilience. Their bond, now woven with shared struggles and victories, glimmered with sincerity, marking a new chapter in their friendship. As they mulled over dreams for the future, chatter effervescent and carefree, Isabella realized that love, despite its uncertainties, could foster connections capable of withstanding the tests of time, a truth intricately tied to the essence of joy and renewal. Months unfolded like the delicate petals of spring blossoms, revealing a rhythm of life that filled Isabella's heart with contentment. Each evening, as twilight cast a golden hue across the estate, she learned to love the quiet moments shared with Nathaniel, where laughter intertwined with whispered hopes beneath the glow of the stars. Together, they nurtured their passions, and each shared moment, whether learning of the other's dreams or learning to communicate their fears, was a revelation, bridging the spaces that doubt had once dug. Love was learning, evolving, and transcending societal expectations. Isabella became a gentle spirit searching for meaning, while Nathaniel emerged anew as a man preferring vulnerability over bravado. With every year that spread ahead of them, the bond deepened further, woven intricately by the trials they had weathered, the wisdom earned through heartache. Like the garden flourishing around them, their love continued to bloom, a testament to the beauty of patience, trust, and 1,000 gentle moments shared. As summer descended upon the estate, the world shimmered with vibrancy, a kaleidoscope reflecting the love that continued to grow between Isabella and Nathaniel. However, shadows lingered still as whispers of societal norms stirred unease. News reached them of impending marriages, clandestine engagements forced by family expectations, reminding them of their past constraints. However, their resilience had fortified them, and together they resolved to support those who felt entangled by obligations they had once faced. Every act of kindness became bright sparks, illuminating a path through darkness, allowing them to mentor others caught in the web of societal expectations. Isabella sought to inspire young women by sharing her story of liberation, a parable of love blossoming through truth rather than obligation. Nathaniel, too, found purpose beyond his own world, his heart expanding as they communed with those in similar strife, reinvigorating hope in hearts that had dimmed like stars hidden behind clouds. As autumn's chill danced upon the air, a wave of change swept across the Hartwell estate. The community they had built rallied around Isabella and Nathaniel as they organized a gathering to celebrate not just their union, but the newfound strength in vulnerability. Whispers of support drifted on the breeze, harmonizing with the laughter of families gathered beneath fluttering lanterns, rekindling connections once lost. In this moment of togetherness, Isabella stood before friends and family, recounting their journey from darkness to light. A mosaic of heartache transformed into love, resilience forged from trials. Each story revealed vulnerabilities, flaws made into strengths by the warmth of camaraderie. Overcoming the constraints of expectation, they emerged with open hearts, breathing life into a communal spirit that sought to guide others toward unshackled joy. The path of love required bravery, but together they wove a tapestry of understanding that grew thicker, knitted by shared hardship and illuminated by newfound hope. As winter approached, its icy grip threatened stillness over the estate, yet within the walls of Hartwell, warmth thrived. While crisp winds howled outside, intimate gatherings filled the halls with music and stories, healing spaces where tales of joy danced alongside struggles faced. Isabella and Nathaniel found solace in these moments, allowing others to lean upon them for strength. Through shared experiences, communities were bound together, intertwined by the essence of love's healing power, which became the lifeblood coursing through their growing circle. For Isabella, the act of reaching out brought joy, the warmth of vulnerability igniting her spirit. Sharing her truth, she expanded the definition of community. In Nathaniel's gaze, who found strength in tenderness, compassion blossomed anew, cultivating bonds capable of weathering the harshest storms. Through the abundant light of love, they paved pathways of connection. Where once stood division, now thrived a garden of acceptance, promising respite for hearts in need. As the celebrations of love transitioned into ebony nights of reflection, Isabella and Nathaniel embarked on crafting a legacy that transcended their own lives. Inspired by the souls they had touched, they took to traveling, instilling hope into weary hearts through their tales of redemption. Each encounter, young women grappling with doubts, dispirited men lacking guidance, were met with unwavering compassion, bridging gaps in the world that sought to silence their voices. In this journey, they encountered checkpoints of their past, gnawing reminders of the confines they had fought against. Yet now, they stood stronger, forged by memories that inspired others to reclaim their narratives. Isabella and Nathaniel became advocates for love devoid of societal strain, allowing freedom to sew open the wounds that had once darkened their hearts, compelling them to change the paradigm surrounding love and securing hope for generations to come. Years passed, and the Hartwell estate transformed into a haven of growth and light. The echoes of dreams spoken over candlelit dinners became a living essence, whispers of a gentle husband, now fulfilled. With each passing season, the gardens expanded, reflecting the pair's journey, filled with textures of resilience forged from past storms. Their bond had blossomed into a legacy of love entwined with community, blossoming like flowers that heralded spring after a relentless winter. Each day brought fresh perspectives as they continued sharing their work with others, realizing fulfillment blossomed not within solitude, but from connection, a truth etched into the fabric of who they had become. As they strolled through the gardens, hand in hand, Isabella's heart soared. They had walked through shadows, exchanged tears for laughter, and chased dreams into a beautiful reality. In the tapestry of love they had created together, each thread spoke of hope, redemption, and a future where dreams still danced beneath a sky filled with light. As the seasons of their life unfolded, Isabella looked back on the journey that had brought her here, reflecting upon the cliff notes of trials and hopes that had molded their existence. With every story shared, she cultivated a legacy of connection woven tightly around hearts, once hidden by shadows of despair. Each change, births, unions in love, and celebrations, became luminous beacons in the tapestry they stitched together. With Nathaniel by her side, she stood before the congregation of family, friends, growth, and love, her heart swelling with pride as she considered all they had achieved together. Love, once strained by expectations, had flourished, unfurling into the vibrant embrace of community, promising to mend broken hearts and bring light to dark corners. Isabella closed her eyes and listened to the heartbeat of their lives. It pulsed with purpose, a promise that life continued forward, a testament that the fabric of love could indeed rebuild, renew, and transcend boundaries forged by tradition. On a fateful eve under a canopy of stars, Isabella and Nathaniel gathered as guests to celebrate the promise of a future woven by love, connection, and profound understanding. Surrounded by family and friends, they celebrated not only their journey as a couple, but the countless souls whose hearts found solace under their light. The events of their lives unfurled like ribbons atop a bustling tapestry, resonating with melodies of unity, while dreams danced uninhibited amongst the laughter that echoed through the night. This celebration became a witness to the power of hope and the prevailing spirit of love, capable of transforming worlds. As Isabella gazed into Nathaniel's eyes, a glimmer of warmth spread through her heart, contentment melding with anticipation for the future ahead. Gratitude swept over her for the path they had woven together. Through darkness into the light, each heartbeat echoed the truth that together they were unstoppable, forging a new era for all, boundless in the promise of love. The following morning, dawn's light cast a golden embrace upon the Hartwell estate, igniting the garden's colors in a symphony of hues. Isabella awoke, filled with a vivid sense of hope and purpose that surged through her soul. The world beyond the grand estate waited, eager for the continued growth they had nurtured together. With Nathaniel by her side, she was emboldened to inspire change that was clear, fostering environments where love respected the individual while thriving within community. Together, they envisioned a new world where stories blossomed like the vibrant petals surrounding their home, a realm unbound by the constraints of past traditions. Holding hands, they stepped forward with hearts full of potential. In every decision embodied the understanding that the journey would not always be easy, but empowered by love, they were ready to embrace the unknown ahead. It remained this love, once born of longing, fear, and trauma, that illuminated their path through the valleys of life, guiding them steadfastly towards hope. As time flowed onward, the world beyond the Hartwell estate blossomed. The both of them, imbued with love, sought to create ripples of change, ensuring hearts once tethered by fear could explore new realms of joy. Whether nurturing fragile friendships or supporting budding relationships, Isabella became the embodiment of empathy, a guiding star inspiring individuals to come forth and share their truths beyond the thresholds of her home. Nathaniel stood steadfast by her side, opening avenues to amplify voices that had previously been silenced. Their commitment to compassionate living encompassed a mission larger than themselves, empowering futures filled with goodness and hope. In each gathering, amidst laughter and shared stories of resilience, they planted seeds of change. Future generations thrived on accounts of love's endurance through trials, where newfound relationships emerged, bound in deeper understanding, promising to honor the legacy of love they had cultivated within the estate. Years rippled across the fabric of time, the tapestry they had stitched together, becoming a resplendent work of art that echoed tales of courage, growth, and passion. Visitors marveled at Hartwell's once sterile halls, now pulsing with life and warmth. Laughter ringing through the banquet tables as friends and family continued to gather to share love's triumph over adversity. Isabella and Nathaniel connected with every heart that crossed their threshold, whether through soft words of comfort or exhilarating dances that filled the room with a rhythm celebrating unity. To every shared story unfolded a piece of themselves, those threads weaved tighter, encapsulating diversity and strength within community. Their love rippled outwards, the legacy expanded beyond Hartwell, where compassion guided hearts toward healing purposes that transcended familial ties. Isabella and Nathaniel knew in every encounter a dream was planted, a dream nurtured through connection, their lives intertwining in the embrace of hope's resilience, a testament to the power of love that perpetuated reproductive life. As twilight wrapped the estate in hues of lavender, Isabella took refuge amidst the fragrant gardens, the whispers of petals brushing against her skin. The rhythmic sound of laughter cascaded through the air, reminding her of how far they had come since their wedding night, a night that had once held fear and miscommunication, now transformed into an emblem of destiny. She had transformed, not just in her love for Nathaniel, but as a woman cultivated by experience, wisdom, and the courage to embrace her own identity. As she gazed at the beauty surrounding her, she understood love and fear could exist side by side, through each lens, reframing hope, seeking forgiveness, and building community tied to every heart shared. Swept away by memories of struggles that led them to this moment, Isabella reflected on the truth that emerged through darkness, affirming that love sought to be expression, connection, and understanding, becoming an unwavering light against adversity as their hearts danced in celebration diligently, each day spilling forth the chance to start anew. The years passed like gentle breezes across the estate, bringing with them growth and change, moments cherished and savored. As Isabella strolled through the vibrant gardens, an understanding pulsed within her. The heart remained resilient. Each petal bursting forth told stories attuned to her journey, embracing the complexities of love and life. With Nathaniel by her side, they reflected upon old scars, grateful for moments of transparency, softness, and growth that transformed fleeting moments into lifelong memories, significant within their story. Their lives melded into one tapestry rich with experience. Every tumultuous season had been nurtured by affection, yielding fruits that were harvested amid joy, compassion, and understanding. Together, they inspired others through honesty, showcasing love's undeniable power to conquer even the darkest nights. Amidst life's intricacies, they understood their story resonated far beyond personal struggles. It became a legacy steeped in compassion, as they committed to teaching others that love surpassed roadblocks and endured through trials, guiding toward authentic purpose. One fateful evening, as the sun dipped low and stars twinkled like diamonds in a velvet sky, the Hartwell estate filled with the laughter of family and friends gathered for a heartfelt celebration. It was a night of reckoning and gratitude, honoring the journey Isabella and Nathaniel had traversed together. Guests adorned in elegance gathered beneath the silhouettes of the ancient trees, the fragrance of blooms wrapping them like a warm embrace, reminiscent of the beauty unfolding through the cycles of life. As they delivered heartfelt speeches, reflecting upon the virtues of companionship, love, and shared experiences, the vibration of hope echoed through the estate. Through tales told and vulnerabilities expressed, they unlocked the essence of community, a collective dream rooted in love that flourished over the years. Their celebration rippled through hearts, igniting a flicker of courage, leading guests to embrace their truths and follow paths of authenticity, fostering an enduring legacy of love to surpass each season of doubt. Under the brilliance of a full moon, Isabella walked side by side with Nathaniel, gazing across the sprawling gardens now thriving with vibrant blooms. Their love story had curated a collective heartbeat, a pulsating reminder of resilience that led to a life imbued with genuine connection. Standing amidst the blossoming landscape, she felt them, and the future stretched out before them like an open canvas, inviting fresh strokes of dreams yet to be painted. They stood poised at the threshold of a new future, forged by their unwavering love and destiny's gentle hands that shepherded them forward through every trial faced. In those still moments of acknowledgement, they vowed to continue nurturing the relationships blossoming around them, to help every heart searching for guidance find its way. Their promise knotted together with tenacity. Love could navigate obstacles and uncertainties, ultimately revealing the vibrant beauty waiting on the horizon. This was the gift of destiny, a passionate chapter unfolding, waiting for the warmth of connection to draw forth life from the very heart of their story. As time gracefully twisted into another spring, Isabella leaned against the garden's gate, immersed in contemplation. The tapestry of their shared journey shimmered before her, Each flowering plant spoke of rebirth, the pulsating rhythm echoing a powerful lesson she had deeply embraced. The courage to dream into the unknown had always been stronger than the weight of past fears. She closed her eyes, inhaling the sweet fragrance of the blossoms blooming around her. Each petal unfurling embodied hope and rebirth. Together, with Nathaniel at her side, they imparted wisdom not solely through spoken words, but actions ignited by bravery, showing the lives intertwined that love held the key to freedom. The gentle rustle of leaves became a hymn, whispering a truth only those who dared to embrace the uncertain could hear, a promise born from experience blessed by vulnerability. Beyond the estate walls lay new horizons overflowing with potential, reaching out for souls yearning for direction, illuminating that love could transform the world, one tender connection at a time. As the seasons shifted into yet another cycle, Isabella and Nathaniel stood resolute, hands tightly entwined, gazing into the horizon. Their hearts echoed with a legacy of love steeped in resilience, forged from trials, disappointment, and ultimately beckoning joy. The story within the walls of Hartwell had evolved, blossoming into an expansive narrative that reached beyond themselves. With every soul they touched, they planted seeds of empathy, understanding, and hope, nurturing dreams that bloomed like the flowers cradled in their arms. The laughter of children filled the estate, tying together generations while embellishing the fabric of a society redefined through love and compassion. Together they built a legacy celebrating authenticity. Love was an empowering force, liberating their souls to dance freely upon the tapestry of life. Every choice, every moment of vulnerability became threads woven into the heart of community, a standing testament that love, genuine and relentless, could alter the very fabric of existence for the better. As twilight descended upon the estate, the warm glow of lanterns illuminated the night sky, painting the atmosphere with hues of amber and gold. Isabella and Nathaniel, wreathed in love and surrounded by the laughter of family, took a moment to reflect upon the journey traversed together, a journey marked by courage, vulnerability, and cherished connections. The world was alight with potential, rich with the promise of new beginnings as they prepared to take their first steps towards the future. Within their hearts bloomed profound gratitude for the experiences that had shaped them, culminating into a beautiful legacy, one where love endured, hearts healed, and dreams flourished. Together, they stepped into the burgeoning night, hand in hand, illuminated by the gentle glow of hope. The echoes of their narrative reverberated through the corridors of time, a reminder to all souls seeking warmth amid darkness, a whisper that love transcends obstacles and blooms anew under the embrace of compassion, nurturing life as seasons shift onward. Years later, on a night reminiscent of their wedding, Isabella stood beneath a canopy of stars, heart brimming with gratitude. The estate bustled with joy. It buzzed with children who laughed and played, filling the air with music that echoed the warmth they had created and nurtured over the years. Nathaniel joined her, standing beside his beloved wife as they marked the anniversary of their union, a celebration laden with love's triumph over trials. The essence of life resonated in the air as stories were shared among their friends and family gathered, each tale a reminder that love could thrive within the arms of sincerity and understanding. Holding hands tightly, they exchanged glances that spoke volumes, reflecting upon the journey that once bloomed, from a union entwined in societal expectations to a love that flourished through trials. With hearts forever entwined, Isabella and Nathaniel cherished the life woven from the threads of destiny, realizing that love's dance carried them through countless seasons, an everlasting embrace of joy. As twilight melted into dawn, the Hartwell estate seemed to shimmer with a divine vibrancy, a testament to all that had been dared, embraced, and nurtured. Isabella and Nathaniel continued to walk the path of love, and their union flourished, reminding those around them of love's true essence, its power to conquer fear and illuminate the path to joy and connection. No longer confined within societal constructs, their lives intersected beyond traditional boundaries, sharing the depth of vulnerability that allowed them to cultivate relationships built on authenticity. Each celebration in the estate's heart became a sanctuary, a haven where connection flourished, nurturing tender whispers of unity through every heart shared gathered beneath the night sky. With each pending sunset, Isabella embraced the responsibility of building a future, knowing the heartbeat of togetherness would continue to echo long after the night kissed the horizon. Love had become the inheritance hung freely amid the estate, a resilient legacy that radiated warmth, inspiring generations bound to face life's twists, nurtured by the unyielding spirit of love. As the wheels of fortune turn and seasons change, Isabella and Nathaniel stood together hand in hand, focusing on cultivating the bond that grew from the seeds of hope and water, rendered by compassion. Together they taught the lessons of love learned through shadows. Understanding lingering doubts could not dampen a heart resolved to embrace both joy and challenges. The lifelong journey became etched into the very walls of Hartwell. Its corridors held promise, while gardens bloomed in decadence and stories converged written in threads of shared vulnerability, compassion, and openness. Nights wrapped in laughter, accountability, and authenticity formed bridges connecting the hearts of every soul passing through. Love had allowed them to grasp heights unimagined. Through trepidations, they cultivated every relationship into lasting legacies, introducing joy that flourished, for within each moment lay an opportunity, an invitation to dream, grow, and experience the true potential of love woven into the fabric of existence. Time flowed gracefully, like a gentle current cradling the memories of beloved moments cherished by them and those who entered their lives. Throughout years spent together, they transformed the world around them, making the estate a refuge for all those seeking shelter from life's tempests. Each story shared became a thread in the larger fabric of existence, weaving souls together with timeless wisdom that love's gentle hand could heal even the most fractured hearts. As Isabella and Nathaniel marked their 50th year together, they stood before friends and family, surrounded by generations whose lives had been changed by their enduring love. Their promises intertwined and deepened over time, pledging to uplift one another as they approached new horizons together. The echo of their laughter filled the air, a celebration of unity that rang deep within their hearts, a symphony of love written by hands weathered but firm, bidding the world to open its arms as they stepped forward, guided by the eternal promise that love would forever conquer all. As the sun painted the sky in brilliant colors, a familiar warmth surrounded Isabella and Nathaniel, now aging but still vibrant with love and adventure. Together they embarked on a journey that transcended time, where every shared glance captured the essence of lives lived boldly. The Hartwell estate, flourishing beyond its wildest dreams, turned into a sanctuary, a testament to the bonds forged under the veil of trust and understanding. The laughter of children echoed, reminding them of the legacy birthed from hard-earned insights, the beautifully intertwined lives attuned to the rhythms of growth and connection, ever resilient through the storms of life. Under the sprawling canopy of their cherished home, they became elder statesmen of love, instilling wisdom into the hearts of the next generations, teaching them to embrace their truths and choose kindness above all. Within this circle of love they began to understand. Life's essence extended beyond their own lives, layered through countless souls dancing in celebration, an incredible legacy forever flourishing in the hearts of all who had once crossed their threshold. With the gentle hues of twilight blanketing the estate, Isabella found herself reflecting upon the years past, a canvas woven with vibrant moments amid love, growth, and dreams. Nathaniel joined her beneath the arbor, sharing silent reverence for the lives they had touched, as wisdom woven into the fabric of time rippled through them like music weaving between chords. The vastness of their legacy echoed in the hearts of those surrounding them, still alive with the lessons of resilience and connection that they had championed through adversity. Holding hands tightly, they embraced the beauty of their shared journey, from solitary echoes of heartache to symphonies of laughter and love. It was in those moments that they both recognized the heart of every occurrence, the truth that life's essence thrived through every connection fostered and nurtured within the garden of their lives. Each petal and leaf nestled around them became a testament to the power of genuine love, whispering softly an eternity of memories blooming vibrant in the glow of dusk. In the twilight of their lives, Isabella and Nathaniel intertwined their paths with grace and dignity, forging a legacy encapsulated in laughter, kindness, and love, an iridescent light flaring against the slow waning of day. With each passing year, the garden at Hartwell became a repertory of tender memories. Patches of sunlight dotted their lawns, bursting forth with every new bloom, each blossom a reminder of moments spent together and lives interwoven with singular beauty. As they wandered hand in hand through the estate, a shimmering promise lingered beyond the now, illuminating the lives they had touched, the hearts they had woven together amidst society's layers. They shared stories under the ethereal moonlight, celebrating fleeting yet everlasting moments that encircled their skin like whispers of love. At the end of each day, they found comfort in each other's arms, grateful for the treasure of dreams and resilience cultivated along the way, captured within every heartbeat that echoed through the estate, a love everlasting transcending even the sands of time. With the sun setting over the horizon one last time, Isabella and Nathaniel stood together, one final moment in the garden, bathed in twilight's glow, each whisper of the leaves a serenade to their enduring journey. They exchanged sweet testimonies of love, reflecting upon decades spent in each other's embrace, having witnessed trials and overcoming darkness through the unwavering light of companionship. In the delicate dance of warmth cradling them, Isabella felt the pulse of life surging, a gentle reminder that exaltation was not ephemeral. It persevered in the connections forged amid love's essence. They gazed upon the garden, now a canvas painted with love's trials, each soft bloom an enduring symbol of growth, a testament to the legacy they had cultivated. Holding tightly to each other, they reflected, weaving the threads of laughter, tears, and sword into their final memory, forever trusting in the heart's resilience to carry their love, a love that would bloom eternally, echoing through generations yet to come. In the years that followed, the Hartwell estate remained an emblem of warmth, a safe haven for many, welcoming those searching for solace. One evening, a gathering rippled through the halls, moonlight spilling across the floor beneath the gentle flutter of laughter and sharing stories of love, guiding souls through the garden of memories, welcoming in remembrance. Children and grandchildren filled the estate, spreading laughter and sweet memories, rekindling tales of Isabella and Nathaniel's legacy, a testament tailored within the hearts of all the lives they had touched. Each story blossomed with warmth, the adventures of love steadfast in trials, persevering through winds of change, woven like strands of gold, threading a tapestry that would extend beyond the confines of their time. As the soft sounds of music filled the air, every heart present celebrated the beauty of connection nurtured, attuning them to the call of the heart, reaffirming the lesson that love persisted far beyond any single chapter written. As seasons changed and years passed, the echo of Isabella and Nathaniel's love continued to thrive, a radiant flame that illuminated the path for many seeking guidance, turning the estate into an emblem of hope and resilience. Along the meandering paths of their garden, vibrant blossomed petals whispered stories, echoes of love's bravery and disagreements transmuted into understanding, drawing hearts closer together beneath the heavens. Each gathering reaffirmed their legacy, a reminder that love's powerful journey lived on, carried through every moment shared under the sprawling sky. Isabella had become the beacon of light for those who feared darkness's embrace, revealing the truth that loving means daring to tread where fears lingered, summoning the courage to weave bonds deeper than obligation could bind. Nathaniel, steadfast and true, honored the roots of their legacy, inviting others to hold space for vulnerability, allowing hearts to unfurl. In the light of dusk, they stepped forward together, their hearts forever entwined, a vivid reminder to all that love would continue to thrive even amid the passing of time. Years later, when the first blooms of spring whispered life into the air, rough-hewn spirits bearing the essence of both Isabella and Nathaniel stepped forward to greet the world, children and grandchildren who carried the dreams their bond had nurtured. As they gathered in the gardens echoing with laughter, tears of joy cascaded down, faces filled with heartache turned toward joy, reveling in whimsical prospects inspired by the love stories shared. The estate continued to breathe. Each flower resonated with joy, a reflection of love's bond birthed through trials and sacrifices. Isabella and Nathaniel's lessons rang clear. A heart who dared to love became immortal, their spirits dancing among the buds awash in morning light, where burdens of doubt, isolation, and fear intertwined into vibrant landscapes filled with every shade of possibility. As they breathed in deeply, a soft yet firm reminder lingered. It was in the heartbeats of generations that the essence of enduring love thrived, where dreams were nourished, embraced, and blossomed towards a future steered by hope, that only grew stronger amidst the unfolding seasons of life. As night fell, the estate welcomed another gathering where hearts intertwined beyond the thresholds of family, turning into the tapestry of interconnected souls united through love. Generations carried the fire ignited by Isabella and Nathaniel's legacy, creating a haven shadowed by their essences. The laughter of their children and children's children echoed throughout the estate, unlocking the stories reverberating through every heart, recapturing the beauty of raw vulnerability shared amidst the laughter. Each tale, dipped in both melancholy and joy, became a key that unlocked the truth that love could flourish even in uncertainty, a vibrant path interlinked by the choices they had made. As they held hands, sharing the stirrings blooming inside, Nathaniel spoke of honor and courage, their hearts shining brightly against an infinite universe. Within that night, the dance of love became a universal song that resonated in the very air, transforming sorrow into strength, knitting courage closer to the pulse of humanity, who dared to seek love and vulnerability while blooming together. At dusk, Isabella and Nathaniel reflected on the years shared, the laughter, tribulations, love, and warmth expended throughout their journey together. As the estate flourished, adorned in lively colors of blossoming flora, they invited their loved ones to partake in a celebration that honored the heart's journey, a testament to how love could shatter night's silence, breathing life into moments of togetherness. Enthralled with vivacious spirit, family gathered, stories spun like delicate threads threading the air, igniting laughter and tears that flowed with joy. Isabella's voice intertwined with Nathaniel's, their harmony illuminating the space, shifting the world around them like golden rays beneath entrancing twilight. Each heartbeat reverberated with possibilities, and it became clear this love story was but a vessel not only for them but for all seeking connection. It echoed within their own souls, carrying forward a message piercing through the night, that in embracing love's trials and triumphs, paradise could be forged anew. Seated among loved ones under twinkling stars, Isabella took a deep breath, savoring the moments shared over endless cups of tea and glowing conversations that echoed throughout the air, a symphony of emotional connection, an essence solidified through each tale told. Their lives intertwined, brought forth the beauty of laughter, mingled with the magic of vulnerability, revealing hearts previously shrouded in shadows now danced in colorful brilliance. She reflected on how love's journey often unraveled into threads of uncertainty and expectation, enveloped in happiness once achieved. But through every struggle, every open conversation, they had cast off the burdens laid upon them by tradition, uncovering the radiant blessings hidden beneath it all. Nathaniel, eyes resting on Isabella, felt gratitude filling the space between them, cementing the knowledge that through vulnerability, connection blossomed. The fabric of love surrounded their hearts, binding generations together as they exchanged glances that spoke profound truths drawn through time, all bearing witness to a journey where heartstrings danced, intertwined through the fabric of destiny. Years flowed gently through the Hartwell estate, where the dance of moments transformed into an everlasting tapestry of dreams, vibrant stories whispered through the flourishing gardens and within the walls where laughter reigned. The heartbeat of love transcended time and space, echoing deeply across generations, fostering warmth through the embrace of family connections. Isabella and Nathaniel found purpose as curators of this legacy, beacons illuminating the way forward against cares of the world. As their kin embraced, holding on to stories that circled among them, each tale created colorful patterns embroidered through the richness of humanity's journey toward understanding. Even dusk's silence cradled a promise. In each shared moment, a cherished bond reflected back, carving paths of hope through the heart. A love indomitable, resilient against the tempests of time. They stood firm at the center of their expansive family, breathing in their essence like sacred air. A promise embodied within every heartbeat, a testament to a life transformed, stitched together through threads of love etched into the fabric of existence. Amidst the ever-evolving seasons, Isabella and Nathaniel prepared for an evening of remembrance, a gathering that would bring together the threads of their family history while reflecting upon the journeys they shared. Each member of the extended kin poured into their cherished estate, connecting once again their tales filled with heart and passion. Under the stars, embellished in floral blooms, they shared stories and laughter, igniting sentiments cherished in every heart. The ambience wrapped around them like a warm hug as shared laughter resounded. The culmination of love woven together, reflecting the bonds in their journey. Isabella glanced across the gathering. Faces rekindled reminders of hearts entwined in love's embrace. They had weathered storms, gathered strength from one another, and blossomed like the vibrant gardens cradling their stories. Beneath the grandeur of the night sky, they committed to honor the legacies etched through laughter, a testament of compassion woven through each heart shared eternally. Life continued to blossom within the Hartwell estate, and as years rolled on, the garden flourished beyond its wildest dreams, each bud a testament to the promise of love planted among resilient soil. Isabella and Nathaniel now found joy relishing in the seasons, sharing the sanctuary they had nurtured, fostering growing connections among family and extended community whose hearts echoed their values of empathy and understanding. Each gathering swelled with laughter, as children danced through the paths of vibrant blooms, the melodies resonating like a sweet song that intertwined their past and future, crafting memories amidst petals of silk. The estate became a canvas of life flourishing. Moments that had once been marred by darkness transformed into a chorus of light and warmth, reinforcing that together they could weather any storm. With hands clasped, Isabella and Nathaniel walked amidst the garden they nurtured, celebrating the legacy that had become part of their essence. Love tended to, available to every heart willing to find its rhythm. Years melted into one another, yet Isabella and Nathaniel discovered that with every heartbeat, love held steadfast, a resilient ally amidst time's swift currents. With the years painted across them, a sense of pride surged as their legacy coalesced within the essence of each moment, shared amid the tapestry woven through time. They planted the seeds of connection in lives beyond their own, continuously nurturing dreams that rippled far beyond the boundaries of Hartwell. A tradition blossomed, where each gathering became a celebration of remembrance, weaving together stories, the essence of the heart that remained unfettered. The altar of their existence echoed back the essence of love, the bond that strengthened the contours of every family story and surrounded each soul that sought kindness, care, and authenticity. In every warm embrace and laughter-filled chamber, Isabella and Nathaniel molded a reality where love's richness became a journey, memories captured in every soft breeze, encouraging each heart to thrive against the backdrop of hope. As time continued to flow gracefully, the estate one day transformed into a bustling haven of laughter and warmth, filled with faces celebrating life. Isaac and Nathaniel rejoiced in every moment shared, embodying the very essence of their commitment to love. Surrounded by family, they enriched cherished memory-making together beneath the stars, igniting hopes that permeated hearts. The reflections of their journey, a story marked by trials, laughter, and redemption, created an indelible tapestry sewn with compassion. Isabella felt every heartbeat pulse in time, with those resonating through the estate, alive with purpose, transcending the bounds of tradition, clutching tightly to the essence of living deeply. The stories shared echoed, the laughter found in gatherings swelled with love, as time painted connections that interlaced each life, touching their garden's breath, unearthing the promise to nurture our stories alongside one another, believed that love, like nature, would always bloom by continuing to redeem life's beautiful essence. As dusk began to settle on the horizon, Isabella and Nathaniel ventured into the heart of the estate, their breaths full of gratitude for the journey shared. They reflected contently on the unwavering love birthed from their trials. Understanding love deepened with every experience endured together. Seasons had transformed their lives, and as the years flickered like stars throughout the night, the essence within the estate grew vibrant, a sanctuary for all where spirits intertwined echoed in laughter and spaces embraced heartbeats. Each family gathering continued to weave a rich tapestry amidst the beauty and care surrounding them. Generations celebrated not just the journey of past trials, but the significance of love and its enduring value. Constantly, they were reminded that their love held the power of healing. A spirit of growth lived on in every soul once touched by its light. With every passing moment, Isabella and Nathaniel reveled in the truth that love was eternal, blooming across the expanse of time, forever rooting them to the very essence of their shared purpose. Time laced its way through the tapestries of memories that enveloped Isabella and Nathaniel's lives, a classic testament to love's tenacity against life's tempests. In each season, their shared experiences revealed deeper layers of understanding, drawing forth connection among those gathered on their estate, forging bonds amidst laughter and kindness. Every gathering, flooded with warmth, reminded them of the ties that bound them, tales that echoed through the air while ribboned with gentle threads of emotion. And as grandchildren frolicked amid blossoms, they saw resemblances, reflections of themselves now filled with hope, blooming alongside rebirth through their shared experience. Love laced through life became the guiding star, illuminating paths for future generations, the legacy that grew deeply, rooted in trust and vulnerability. Isabella held on to Nathaniel's hand, their resolve strengthening in purpose. They recognized love-crafted destinies, unyielding as the blooms unfolded, an eternal binding that crossed both time and space, their hearts interwoven with every encounter, continually shaping the world around them. Amidst the ever-flowing tapestry of life, the seasons continued weaving their way through the estate, a mesmerizing journey of love colored with the echoes of laughter, warmth, and authenticity resonating throughout the decades. The family's gatherings ebbed and flowed, tales retold from generations past, harmonizing with fresh experiences, blooming ever nearer to the warmth of family unity. Isabella and Nathaniel reveled in these moments, allowing their hearts to embrace the joy wrapped around them as the threads of connection extended further, binding the legacy of their love in collective heartbeats. Together, they embraced the opportunity to foster souls through their stories, sharing wisdom gleaned from both trials and triumphs. Each lesson became vital to the ongoing legacy forged amidst the blooms. Their love continued to radiate outwards, enriching lives beyond the confines of the estate, proving that love could flourish endlessly through the conduit of cherished friendships held tightly in reverence beneath the resilient embrace of time passing by. Several decades later, as the sun painted a vivid canvas across the sky, Isabella and Nathaniel stood together, beholding the beauty of the Hartwell estate, the witness of their magnificent journey. Surrounded by the blossoming laughter of family, they reminisced about the twists and turns that had led to this very moment, the power of connection throbbing deeply within their hearts. With every step forward, the journey allowed them to embrace love anew, acknowledging that each heart shared painted a unique story composed of friendship, understanding, and vulnerability. The lineage they had nurtured, gathered amid nature's resplendent beauty, a resounding celebration, filled with cherished embraces flowing like a river through every soul touched. In this moment of reflection, they understood that the essence of love could only deepen as time pressed forward, where the colors of connection sprawled against a backdrop of love, bloomed through generations. The legacy they had planted continued to flourish, reminding every heart that love transcended time, blooming eternally through paths laid before them. In the cool twilight of an autumn evening, Isabella and Nathaniel often nestled their hands together beneath the shimmering glow of the estate. Ringed by memories of laughter and ensconced in love, they drew comfort from the culmination of experiences that blossomed across the years. Together they learned to navigate the terrains of connection, forging a lifelong bond ripe with authenticity. The estate became more than ever a sanctuary of continuity of those gathered to honor love's journey, showcasing stories both big and small, formed of heartaches overcome and dreams pursued. The dance of cherished friends and family filled the garden with warmth, each symbolizing a line drawn from their legacies to the connections, binding them through time and space. Together they became the lighthouses illuminating love's ever-growing possibilities, reminding the world that love, nurtured through trials, flared brighter against the dark, a true essence that persists beyond the confines of mortality, carving its way through eternity. Evenings drew Isabella and Nathaniel together as autumn leaves began to drift in crisp wind, the golden hues bathing the garden in light that encapsulated their lives in layers of warmth. In moments quiet and serene, they wandered through memories lined with laughter, love, and resilience, cultivated through the thriving estate. They embraced a legacy born from their journey, a gathering that extended beyond their efforts to reach families still yearning for connections strained by time. It was here, through the gentle rustling of leaves, they felt the truth of love's profound reach, a love that remained steadfast as paths diverged among generations. Each heartbeat resonated throughout the estate's spirit, woven through hearts eager for shared truths, reflections, and wisdom passed through their expanded family. They knew that through their time together, stories of overcoming shadows and embracing light, rose lives crafted into bonds that would hold for eternity, carrying echoes of love further onward through every vibrant new day. Years ebbed and flowed like the tidal rhythm of a nurturing sea, as Isabella and Nathaniel savored the treasure etched into their lives, a gift manifested as moments shared, a legacy born of love. Their hearts expanded with the laughter of family mingling amongst the festive holiday gatherings, filled with stories of connection, each twinkling light sparking joy amidst their union. Together they relived the years that blossomed, sharing lessons learned over sweet pastries and cups of tea, new melodies shared within familiar conversations. In quiet, shared laughter, they understood the real essence of love lay measured not by past heartaches, but illuminated by desire to be woven together within every soul reached. Seeds of understanding allowed contentment to bloom. The beloved estate remained timeless, knitting together a community that stood in honor of the heart's journey, a tapestry adorned by threads connected beyond love's enduring promise. All those gathered forged themselves into the fabric of the story, creating a living testament to the beauty of lifelong love honored through time. Time with grace continued its undulating flow, carrying Isabella and Nathaniel into blushing twilight, yet their presence remained resilient, like the blossomed petal, a testament etched eternal amid the ever-unfolding world. The Hartwell estate breathed life into every gathered soul, with laughter cascading through the air like a hymn, a reminder that love possessed the infinite capacity to heal while binding generations together in its embrace. Every tear shed, every laughter shared illuminated their journey. The friendships formed nurturing hearts striving for their truth, and the community grew resilient in faith, echoing carefully sown seeds, teeming with energy at the heart of their gathering. As they stood together embracing the whispers of love poured, Isabella grasped Nathaniel's hand tightly. Each heartbeat promised encapsulated warmth, reaffirming that together they continued to plant the dream of connection in every soul courted by courage. Love, once agonized, had revealed its transformative nature, and with every stitch binding them to each cherished moment, the legacy would endure through time, glowing forever bright against the dawn. As seasons cascaded into cycles anew, Isabella and Nathaniel reveled in the serene beauty discovered in love's essence, a shared journey cultivated amidst noble seeds sown. Their hearts recognized the vibrant hum of life lingering in the gardens where laughter echoed in the blooms, dancing beneath the breath of sweet summer air. Together, they weathered the heartaches, embracing cycles of nostalgia as time seamlessly interlaced their memories, the family gatherings overflowing with stories intertwined with every generated root. The blooms became symbols, lifting a tribute of love that sheltered gentle secrets whispered through the veils of dusk, while hearts intertwined in shared emotional revitalization. Embracing this light through darkness led to an ascension of growth, expanding outward beyond their family walls. Friendship-fueled resilience poured into others, compelling connections reverberating through generations in celebration of awakening spirits. As they held one another tightly among the intricate patterns in their garden, they vowed to honor the beauty of life, that trust and connection would forever breathe joy anew amidst every blossom unfurled. With years painting the canvas of life, Isabella and Nathaniel thrived in the stories fostering love carried amidst their souls, echoing throughout the corridors of time. Their legacy became a beacon of unwavering love. As the sun began to dip low on another day spent at Hartwell, the laughter echoed with the fullness of the bonds sown, transcending generations through efforts of connection, crafted from vulnerability unveiled. Together, they encouraged spirits who learned that the dance of life stems from love, as each soul ventured forth into their journey. Every shared laugh and every heartbreak overcome cultivated a family filled with a sense of belonging. The estate flourished, duplicating the life blossoming within, a symphony of connection rejoicing amid the rhythm of friendship. Isabella and Nathaniel held firm like sturdy oak trees, understanding the sacred responsibility to nurture the heart of all gathered, engaging every being into the luminous legacy, culminating not merely in the bloom, but every essential essence woven in between, as love claimed its infinite throne. As time ebbed and flowed, the unity created between Isabella and Nathaniel continued to blossom across generations, crafting a sanctuary where loved ones reunited under the guiding light of their legacy. Every bond stitched and shared formed heartfelt connections that transcended wishes, an enduring orchestra of companionship, reminding them that love could flourish brilliantly, regardless of the raging storms once faced. Beneath the backdrop of the estate, a reunion ignited laughter amongst family, gathering stories of trials and victories openly celebrated over shared meals. Every moment lived spoke of the unyielding strength birthed from love's journey and the sweet resilience that emerged on paths cultivated in sincerity, unveiling hearts tightly woven within existence. Stepping together, Isabella and Nathaniel cherished each child and kin, recognizing how the essence of love transcended time, continuously rooted through the ties of familial connection, uniting every heart beneath the warmth that lingered eternally, the reawakening of celebration belonging to those drawn together unconditionally. As the embodiment of time swirled the colors of memories, Isabella and Nathaniel experienced another celebration, a reunion imbued with the abundance of laughter, drifting against the soft embrace of twilight. The estate vibrated with joy, a breathing testament of love's endurance seeping through the walls of time, showering warmth upon every heart crossing its threshold. Family surrounded them, faces brightened with connection as the stories echoed through laughter, shared at each moment remembered. Together, Isabella and Nathaniel understood that love grew, not only in quietude, but expanded in celebration. In this tapestry woven with cherished moments shared among the joy-inspired, they uncovered that love's unwavering reach persisted, regardless of trials faced. As relatives and kin gathered under the sprawling branches of the estate, hearts nestled together in gratitude for each other, spirits entwined through interlaced journeys, they embraced the grace filling the void left unturned, discovering that indeed, love remained the unshakable truth resonant in their beautiful lives. As years unfolded their petals of potential, Isabella and Nathaniel guarded the precious memories cradled within their open palms, now seasoned by both joy and responsibility. The estate remained a sanctuary directing the light of connection amid the ebbs of passing time. Laughter flowed like air, an unbroken circle of love radiating warmth that flourished inside its corners. Each family reunion became an invitation to cherish the bonds born from resilience. Friends, children, and grandchildren drawn closer through memories made anew. Isabella, reflecting on the breadth of love nurtured, grew grateful. The essence of her story unfolded harmoniously, casting hope that inspired her eager heart to bloom again. They knew that legacy was not simply held in the past, but rather woven through present connections, to guide hearts seeking warmth in its glow. As stars twinkled across the gentle heavens, Isabella and Nathaniel stood proudly side by side, witnessing their love spread blossoms filled with new beginnings, a gift that would endure even into the depths of eternity. Together, Isabella and Nathaniel navigated the tides of life, caught within the ebb and flow of responsibilities drawn toward community care, another opportunity to acknowledge the heartbeat of compassion they had fostered within the lush grounds of the Hartwell estate. With every family gathering, the essence of their journey resonated powerfully, reminding them of the moments born from trials and the love that triumphed. Their dedication to nurturing relationships extended beyond the confines of the estate, infusing the world with kindness and understanding. They embraced the chance to mentor families who sought solace, sharing raw experiences that addressed both the fragility and strength of love. As they wandered the gardens holding hands, they listened to the whispers of the flowers speaking of hope, the past intricately entwined with their present, conveying that love was the light illuminating the darkest corners. On this beautiful journey, Isabella and Nathaniel recognized they were not just planting seeds of connection, but enabling those around them to flourish and thrive in the embrace of authenticity and understanding, a legacy designed to nurture compassion all around. As the summer sun rose once again over the grand estate, Isabella stood at the edge of the garden with Nathaniel beside her, a reflection of the past and vision of the future intertwined. Surrounded by the vibrant colors that adorned their sanctuary, they felt moved by the stories of love shared under these very branches. Their journey, the struggles, the heartaches, the moments of connection, reminded them that every step taken on the path of compassion had brought them to this moment of heightened awareness. They had transformed their love into a communal healing force, illuminating the beauty of vulnerability among kin and reaching outwards to a world eager for connection. Isabella whispered how love possessed the courage to rise anew, its essence boundless. Together they embraced the heartbeat of legacy, the dawning realization that through grace, every opportunity forged in kindness revealed a new beginning, compassion blossoming even in the most silent of whispers. As twilight draped its velvet shawl over the Hartwell estate, the warm glow of lanterns filled the garden, illuminating the faces gathered in celebration of love's endurance. Isabella and Nathaniel welcomed their family, generations bound together under the stars, cherishing the legacy they had nurtured through toil and love. Each moment shared offered reflection as the laughter twinkled through the air, a harmonious celebration of their lives woven together. They reveled in storytelling, reliving not only triumphs, but the hurdles they overcame, weaving the fabric of life even more vibrant. Stories of past trials transformed into beautiful memories, admonished by resilience danced within their eyes, suffusing the night with joy and gratitude. Heartbeats echoed in unison, revealing that love, much like the stars above, remained steadfast in illuminating the world, an eternal captain guiding numerous souls toward warm shores. As they gathered, Isabella felt fulfilled by the magnificent tapestry they wove, knowing that the legacy would continue to grow even into the night, shimmering brightly against uncertainties ahead. Years gracefully turned into cycles, yet beneath the shades of every season, Isabella and Nathaniel maintained their steadfast connection, reassuring each other that love would prevail. The Hartwell estate kept growing larger. Every blooming flower mirrored their journey, while expanding its reach to encompass souls once fragmented by pain. They forged eternal bonds, reminding themselves that true love transcended both time and space, flourishing amid trials once weathered. Each year, family celebrations became anointed with nostalgia. Laughter filled the warm evening air as they reminisced on the stories that had paved their path filled with heart. Isabella and Nathaniel's commitment anchored the family, allowing affection to blossom across generations, sparking resilience to flourish in varying complexities along the way. It was here within their flourishing estate that the legacy was forever tied, the bonds they nurtured renewed, chanting the rhythms of love that endlessly thrummed along the threads of fate, guiding them steadfast along the ever-unfolding journey toward life. The sun dipped low in the sky, casting a warm hue across the Hartwell estate, as Isabella and Nathaniel, surrounded by loved ones, paused to reflect on the richness of their legacy, the heart woven into every moment. It brimmed with tenderness, today triumphant like mottled clouds kissed by a setting sun, echoing the beauty of their journey where every step had become a testament to love's resilience. As seasons rotated through hopes and heartaches, they forged ties that resonated among family members gathered, an intertwining celebration of strength and companionship conveyed through laughter and stories shared at the heart of the family table. They cherished the distinct essence that love bestowed upon every individual present, all aching filled hearts pursuing unity and relationship, crafting a story resilient through generations. Embraced by the warmth of their legacy and connections formed, Isabella knew their journey was merely beginning. Every heartbeat crafted a lasting reminder that love blossoms eternally through the grace of shared stories transcending generations to come. As countless days folded into wonderful memories, Isabella and Nathaniel both realized that their narrative painted a remarkable journey crafted from heart, to encourage future generations to flourish with the same passion ignited within. Their hearts turned resolute as they continued to explore each other, intertwining their lives among experiences and growing ambition where moments brought forth unity in love. With every gathering, they bore witness as younger hearts blossomed, nurtured by the stories that inspired them to veer fresh paths free from fear and constraints imposed by the past. Their narrative brimmed with promise, inviting those yearning for connection, exemplifying that it was always possible to dream big no matter how the world tried to constrict. Every shared laugh, every tear flickered towards transformation, affirming upward movement towards vibrant bloom amid unity. The rich beauty that lay in openness and courage moved effortlessly toward the embracing light. In time, Isabella and Nathaniel became living embodiments of legacy, as life spun onward, each heartbeat echoing, whispering the truth that love, when tended to, would always find its way. In the twilight of their days, Isabella and Nathaniel reflected upon the sweeping journey that traversed through joys and trials, interspersed with life's rich tapestry, a story binding the legacies of those gathered beneath the embrace of love. As dusk gracefully draped itself over Hartwell, they welcomed family back to their renowned estate once more, blossoms still reaching for the stars, each petal telling stories shared through generations cultivated along a landscape full of laughter. Love blossomed vivid hues, a guiding thread woven through their hearts, illuminating moments culminating in divine reflections of pure acceptance and warmth blooming from brokenness. In their final embrace, they shared a deep understanding. In this beautiful, sometimes tumultuous journey, they refused to yield to life's tempests. From shadows to celebration, they knew they left behind a living legacy forged from growth, resilience, and understanding. An invitation generations continued to explore with hearts wide open, reaching forth, learning anew that love, indeed, knows how to endure, flourish, and blossom forever sublimely.